When she was 65, Takishima Mika was not a fitness icon. She was a quiet housewife who avoided mirrors, avoided gyms, and thought getting older meant slowing down. Then one afternoon, her husband made a comment she would never forget. He said she had gotten rounder. It was not cruel, but it stung. That night, while washing the dishes, she could not shake those words. Something inside her clicked. The next morning, she marched herself into a gym for the first time. She did not know how to use the machines. She did not even own proper workout clothes. But she started anyway. 10 minutes on the treadmill left her gasping for air. Still, she came back the next day, and the next. 5 years later, she had lost 15 kilograms. Her energy returned. Her face looked brighter. And for the first time, she did not just feel younger, she felt alive. At 79, she took it further. She hired a personal trainer to help her strengthen her core and balance. At 87, that same trainer looked at her and said, "You have learned everything. Now it is time to teach." She became Japan's oldest certified fitness instructor. Now, at 92, she still wakes up before dawn to train others, proving that it is never too late to start. But the secret to her energy is not just what she does, it is how she thinks. Because while most people see aging as a slow decline, Takishima sees it as a new chapter, a time to master her body and her spirit. To understand how she does it, we need to look at how she lives. One morning, one meal, one mindful movement at a time. At 3 a.m., Tokyo is silent. Neon lights are off. Only the hum of vending machines and the occasional train in the distance. There she is, this tiny woman tying her sneakers, stepping out into the dark, ready to begin her daily ritual. She walks 4 kilometers, jogs 3, then walks another kilometer backwards. No music, no fancy watch, just rhythm, breath, and the sound of her shoes hitting the pavement. It is her moving meditation. 2 hours of solitude before the rest of the world wakes up. When asked why she does it, she laughs and says, "Because it feels good." And science supports her. Studies show that morning exercise not only strengthens the heart, but also resets the body's internal clock, improving sleep, mood, and even memory. Resistance training and combined movement have strong evidence in older adults. Lippincott journals. She finishes her walk just as the sun begins to rise. The city starts to come alive, and her body is already in motion while most people are still yawning over their coffee. But what comes next may be even more important, because movement is only half her secret. The other half is what she eats and how she eats it. Her breakfast table looks like a masterclass in Japanese simplicity. A small piece of grilled salmon, 2 packs of natto, fermented soybeans that smell strong but heal stronger, a bowl of miso soup, tofu, eggs, nukazuke pickles fermented in rice bran, and a cup of yogurt with honey. To most people, that is just food. To her, it is medicine. Natto is packed with probiotics and a rare enzyme called nattokinase, which supports circulation and heart health. The fish and tofu give her lean protein to protect her muscles. The fermented pickles flood her gut with beneficial bacteria, lowering inflammation and boosting digestion. Modern science backs this up. Fermented foods increase microbiome diversity and reduce markers of inflammation. Harvard Health. But here's the beautiful part. She does not eat like a health freak. She eats like someone grateful to be alive. She does not count calories. She does not follow trends. She listens to her body. When she feels full, she stops. When she eats, she sits upright, breathes deeply, and gives thanks. It is mindful eating in its purest form, something modern diets often forget. After breakfast, while many people would rest, she turns every corner of her home into a training ground. When she watches television, she sits with her back straight and her stomach drawn in. When she moves from one room to another, she walks on her tiptoes to strengthen her calves. She treats daily life as an extension of her workout. These tiny movements might seem trivial, but these micro movements are powerful. Researchers call it NEAT, non-exercise activity, thermogenesis. It is all the movement you do that is not technically a workout, walking, standing, cleaning, and it can make the difference between feeling sluggish or strong. Takishima believes every movement counts. To her, sitting still too long means rusting from the inside out. Her results prove it. While many people lose muscle and balance as they age, she has maintained both. She can squat, stretch, and move with precision, like a dancer who never retired. But her philosophy is not just about motion, it is about moderation. And nowhere is that clearer than in how she handles food and training throughout the day. By noon, she has already done more than most people do in a day. Her lunch? Just a banana and a bottle of Yakult, the probiotic drink loved by generations in Japan. That is it. No heavy meals, no energy crashes. The banana gives her potassium, which helps regulate blood pressure and supports muscle and nerve function. The Yakult replenishes her gut bacteria, improving digestion and immunity. She says a light lunch keeps her body nimble and her mind clear. And she saves her energy for what comes next, her afternoon training. Every afternoon, she spends around 2 hours doing strength and core training. Sometimes with her trainer, sometimes she teaches her own class, men and women in their 40s, 50s, or 60s. Imagine that, a 92-year-old leading push-ups, lunges, and balance drills for students half her age. They call her Takishima Sensei. She smiles and says, "If you stop learning, you start dying." That line is not just poetic, it is neuroscience. Research shows that resistance training and movement in older adults can slow and sometimes reverse key aspects of aging. Mayo Clinic McPress. Her curiosity does not stop with fitness. She studies English. She is learning to use her smartphone better. She even dreams of traveling to all 47 prefectures in Japan to teach seniors how to move again. Her drive does not come from ego. It comes from something deeper, a message she once received that changed everything. One day, a woman wrote to her after seeing one of her classes online. The letter said, "I used to feel like my life was over. But after watching you, I started walking again. Now I am living." Takishima read those words and cried, because in that moment, she realized her workouts were not just about muscles or movement, they were about hope. That day, she made a new goal, to travel across Japan and inspire others to move, no matter their age. She says, "If one person sees me and decides to take their first step, then I have done my job." And that is why her lifestyle feels less like a routine and more like a purpose. Even her dinners reflect that philosophy: balance, flavor, and joy. In the evening, she cooks. Always colorful, always simple. Chicken soup with cabbage, mushrooms, and carrots. A bowl of rice topped with salmon flakes. Tofu, kimchi, boiled spinach, and a side of beans. And yes, a small glass of wine. Sometimes red, sometimes white. She says wine makes her heart happy. Sometimes she has cake too. She just does not overdo it. Because Takishima believes in what she calls happy discipline. No deprivation, no guilt, no obsession, just consistency and gratitude. This approach is backed by science too. Flexible restraint, focusing on whole foods most of the time and enjoyment some of the time, is now known to support long-term habits and reduces stress around food. By following an 80-20 rule, nutritious foods 80% of the time and treats 20%, she maintains both health and joy. It's why her lifestyle works not just for her, but for anyone who tries it. It is not a diet. It is a mindset. And that mindset does not stop when the day ends. Because her final ritual is what allows her to repeat all this day after day without burning out. Before bed, she stretches. Just a few minutes of slow breathing and gentle movements. She calls it resetting the body. These bedtime stretches calm her nervous system and release tension, preparing her for deep sleep. Studies show that routines which signal to the body that rest is coming improve sleep quality and recovery. Then, around 11 p.m., she sleeps. 3 or 4 hours. That is all she needs. Not because she is superhuman, but because she has optimized her energy through rhythm, purpose, and presence. Many people chase youth through products, pills, or quick fixes. Takishima found it through discipline and joy, and every morning, when she ties those sneakers again, she is not chasing a number. She is celebrating another sunrise she gets to see. So what can we learn from her? Number 1. Start with belief. At 65, she did not have muscles or motivation, just the decision to try. And that decision changed everything. Number 2. Move every day. Whether it is a walk around the block or stretching before bed, movement is medicine. Do not overthink it, just start. Number 3. Fuel your body with intention. Add more fermented foods, more protein, and fewer processed ones. Feed your gut, and your gut will feed your health. Number 4. Train for balance and strength, not appearance. Your body is your lifelong vehicle. Keep it functional, not fragile. Number 5. Be flexible with your diet and your life. The 80-20 rule is not about perfection, it is about peace. Number 6. Never stop learning, because when you stay curious, you stay young. At 92, Takishima Mika does not chase the past. She is too busy building her future. Her dream is to teach until she is 100. And honestly, if anyone can, it is her. When people ask how she stays so strong, she smiles and says, "I just keep moving forward." Maybe that is the real secret. Longevity is not about avoiding aging, it is about aging brilliantly. Because as Takishima proves every single morning at 3 a.m., youth is not a number, it is an attitude. Thank you for reading. Please leave a comment below telling which country you are from and if you would like to share a situation related to this story. I appreciate your time and attention.